In the old-fashioned, fog-shrouded town of Brindlewood, nestled deep within a valley, lived an elderly man known to the townsfolk as the Dollmaker. His true name had long been forgotten, and he was simply called Mr. Whitaker. Whitaker's dolls were masterpieces, each crafted with meticulous detail and imbued with a lifelike quality that made them the envy of collectors far and wide. Whitaker's shop, Whispers of Wood, was filled with dolls of all sizes and styles, each displayed behind glass cases. The soft scent of pine and cedar filled the air, mingling with the aroma of freshly brewed tea. Despite his fame, Whitaker lived a solitary life, dedicating his every waking hour to his craft. One cold, misty morning, as Whitaker was opening his shop, a peculiar visitor arrived. The man was dressed in tattered clothes, and his eyes gleamed with an unsettling intensity. He carried a small, weathered box and offered it to Whitaker. "This wood," the stranger whispered, "is rare and special. It comes from the heart of the Black Forest, where trees grow on ancient, cursed grounds. Use it wisely." Whitaker, intrigued by the unique wood, accepted the gift. He carefully opened the box, revealing a piece of dark, almost ebony-like wood. Its surface seemed to shimmer with an eerie, unnatural glow. Unperturbed by the stranger's warning, Whitaker set to work, his skilled hands shaping the wood into a doll unlike any he had ever made before. As the doll took form, Whitaker couldn't help but feel a sense of unease. The wood was tough and unyielding, resisting his every effort. But his determination overcame the challenge, and after several weeks, the doll was complete. She was exquisite, with delicate features, flowing dark hair, and eyes that seemed to hold a life of their own. Whitaker named her Evelina and placed her in the front window of his shop. Almost immediately, customers were drawn to her. They marveled at her beauty, and offers poured in from collectors eager to add her to their collections. Yet Whitaker hesitated to part with Evelina. There was something about her that made him uneasy. Strange occurrences began to plague the shop. Items moved on their own, whispers echoed through the halls at night, and Whitaker often felt a chilling presence watching him. One night, unable to sleep, he went to his workshop and found Evelina missing from her stand. Panic gripped him as he searched frantically, only to find her seated at his workbench, her eyes seeming to follow him as he moved. Determined to uncover the truth, Whitaker researched the origins of the wood. He discovered ancient tales of the Black Forest, where trees were said to grow over the graves of vengeful spirits. These spirits, bound to the wood, could possess anything crafted from it, seeking revenge on the living. Realizing the danger, Whitaker knew he had to destroy Evelina. He took a heavy hammer and, with trembling hands, brought it down upon the doll. But the wood was unnaturally resilient, and the hammer barely left a mark. Evelina's eyes seemed to glow with malevolence, and a cold wind swept through the room, extinguishing the candles. Desperate, Whitaker decided to burn her. He built a fire in the hearth and threw Evelina into the flames. For a moment, it seemed to work. The doll writhed and twisted in the fire, emitting a high-pitched wail. But then, the flames turned an unnatural shade of blue, and Evelina emerged, unscathed and more menacing than ever. Whitaker realized that he couldn't destroy her alone. He sought the help of Father Donovan, the town's priest, who had dealt with supernatural occurrences before. Father Donovan performed an exorcism, chanting prayers and sprinkling holy water on the doll. Evelina's eyes blazed with fury, and the shop shook as if an earthquake were ripping through it. With a final ear-piercing scream, Evelina's body cracked and splintered. A dark, shadowy figure emerged from the broken doll, its form dissipating into the air with a hiss. The room fell silent, and the oppressive presence lifted. The cursed spirit was finally banished. Exhausted but relieved, Whitaker and Father Donovan gathered the shattered remains of Evelina and buried them in the churchyard. hoping to lay the spirit to rest for good. The dollmaker returned to his craft, but he never again used materials he did not understand. Whitaker's dolls remained beautiful and sought after, but he was always cautious, always aware that some gifts are best left unopened, and some materials are better left untouched. The legend of Evelina became a cautionary tale in Brindlewood, a reminder of the dangers that lurk within seemingly innocent gifts.